Okay students, so that we come across what actually genetic code and how many genetic codes are there according to the tabular column made by or the table made by the George Campbell. Okay, so in this particular session we are going to study what are the salient features of genetic code. Okay, so genetic code ಪ್ರಮುಖ ಲಕ್ಷಣಗಳೇನಪ್ಪ. Okay, so how to say genetic code or how actually genetic code are going to express or exhibit themselves. That's what we are going to study in this particular video. Okay, so first thing, genetic code are triplet. So always they are triplet. So genetic code is what? Triplet. So what do you mean by triplet? Genetic code is triplet. Genetic code is triplet means that genetic code is available or the unit of genetic code is made up of 3 nucleotides. For example, you can say CUU or GCU, AUG, somewhat like this. The genetic code is always having 3 nucleotides. It is made up of 3 nucleotides. That is what we call genetic code is always triplet. And there are 64 such codes. Okay, so that already we studied according to the what we call the table what we made. So then we are going to get what? 64 genetic codes. Okay, out of this 64 genetic codes, 61 are able to sense, okay, or able to code for specific amino acids. Okay, they are able to code a specific amino acid. Second one, there are 3 codes. Okay, 3 are not able to code any amino acid. So this is what actually the first feature of the genetic code. Okay, so genetic code andre first feature yavudappa, ಇದು always triplet form ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ. It is always in 3 in number, triplet form ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ. Second one, ನಮಗೆ total available genetic code is to 64. triplet ನ ನಾವು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ 4 into 4 into 4, so ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ so there are we have one triplet, and we in out of that 61 are able to code for amino acids and 3 are not able to code for any kind of amino acids. Still we have doubt how this 64, 61 are able to code 20 amino acids. So adana munde reveal madana. Okay, so what is that? This is the first property of genetic code. So what is that? Genetic code is a triplet and able to what we call able to have 2 groups. So first group is what? 61 codes which are able to code for amino acid. Second group or the second type of amino acids codes are what? Which are not able to code this amino acid. They are called the non-sense codons. Okay, so the first group is called sense codons or sense codes, or these are not able to sense, that is called non-sense codons. So this nonsense, there are 3 nonsense codons. They are UAA. Okay, the first one is UAA. The first codon is UAA. Second one UAG and third one UGA. Okay, so easy ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬಹುದು ನೀವು. ಹೇಗಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನೋಡಿ UAA ಇದೆ, so followed by UAG and UGA. Okay, so there are 3 codons, that is UAA, UAG and UGA. So what we call this ನೀವು ಹೇಗೆ ನೋಡಬಹುದಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ UAA ಒಂದು A ಅಂತ ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಒಂದು G ನ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ UAG ಬರುತ್ತೆ. So here just you have to what we call exchange the position of the G and A, and you are going to get all 3 stop codons. So they are going to stop the process of protein synthesis. That's why they are also called stop codons. Okay, so ನಮಗೆ 3 codon ಇದೆ. These 3 codons are not going to code for any amino acid. They are called stop codon. and they have one specific name. Okay, so one specific name kuda kottidare. So ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಸರಿ ನೀಟಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು. So those specific names are, one is Osher. Okay, UAA na Osher ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. UAG na Amber. Okay, UAA is called Amber. And UGA is called Opal. Opal. Okay, there are three. So ಇದನ್ನ OAO ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕೂಡ ನೆನಪಿಡಬಹುದು. UAA, UAG and UGA. These are the three stop codons that what we are going to get in case of the 64 codons. Okay, this is first property. Second one, the genetic code is unambiguous. Okay, it is unambiguous, or you can say specific. Okay, it is very specific. So genetic codes are unambiguous or specific. Only ambiguity illa, so only confusion illa, they are clear. Okay, that's what we call, they are very specific. For example, I am going to take here one example. For example, that is here we call it one what you call it code is always going to, okay, one code is always going to code for one amino acid. Okay, so for example, okay, so I am going to take you one example, that is GUG is going to code valine. Okay, and UGU is going to code for cysteine unquote. Okay, so that is what the UGUG is going to code for valine and UGU is going to code for cysteine. Okay, so UGUG never going to code any two amino acids. अर्थ आयता? GUG केवल valine मात्र code ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ and GUG ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿ what you call code na ಅಥವಾ amino acid na identify ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. This is what we call, they are very specific. अर्थ आयता ಈಗ? So that is, they are specific. So they are not able to code more than one amino acid. That is, one codon never going to code more than one amino acid. That is what we call, the one code is always code for one amino acid. That is what the specificity. That is what we call unambiguous. Okay, they are never going to show any kind of ambiguous. And the confusion ತೋರ್ಸಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಥವಾ what you call, there is no any confusion in identification of specific amino acid. They are always going to specify the very specific amino acid and they never going to what we call change this kind of sequence. That is what we call the unambiguous. That is the second property of genetic codes. Third property of genetic code, they are usually degenerate. Okay, genetic code are usually degenerate. So what do you mean by degenerate? That is, one amino acid can be coded by many codes. Okay, so one amino acid can be coded by many codes. So confuse agbeಡ್ರಿ. Specificity ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ one code can code for one amino acid, but there is some what we call the answer. That is what we have raised here. That answer you are going to get here. That is, one amino acid is can be coded by many codes. अर्थ आयता? So we have 61 codons and we have only 20 amino acids. ನಮಗೆ 61 codons ನಮಗಿದೆ. Out of that only 20 all that are going to code only 20 amino acids. How it is possible? Because there are many codons which are going to code only one amino acid. So anthavu ಕೆಲವೊಂದು examples are ನನಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ. Okay, so first one, that is example I am going to write here, that is GGU, GGA, GGC and GG. Okay, so GGU, GGC and GGG. Okay, so all four are going to code for glycine. Okay, so all three are going to code for glycine. Okay, next, that is one more example I am going to quote here. That is what actually what I told, GGU, okay, GGA, GGC, GGG are going to code for only one amino acid, that is what we call glycine. For example, one more, CCA, CCG, CCC, CCU, all are going to code prolactin. Okay, so all are going to code prolactin. So now you are able to understand why actually 61 codons are able to code 20 amino acids. Hope you got the answer. So why? Because these codons are degenerate, or the codons are going to show the one more property, that is what we call degenerating property. Okay, so that is one amino acid is going to coded by many codons. So some such codons are there in the what we called the nature. They are going to code only one amino acid. That's why the 20 amino acid can be easily coded by the what we called 61 this codons. Okay, so some are able to code the only one, some are able to code the two. Okay, so some are able to code what we called coded by the specifically 3, some are coded by the 4. Okay, so ಹೇಗಿಲ್ಲಿ 4 ಗ್ಲೈಸಿನ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಬಹುದು, ಈ 4 ಕೋಡ್ ಗ್ಲೈಸಿನ್ ಕೋಡ್ ಮಾಡುವ ಹಾಗೆ ಕೆಲವೊಂದಿದಾವೆ 2 are there. Okay, so for example, some examples are there. They are going to coded by 2 codons. ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಅಮೈನೋ ಆಸಿಡ್ಸ್ 2 ಕೋಡಾನ್ ಇಂದ ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು, ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಅಮೈನೋ ಆಸಿಡ್ಸ್ 3 ಕೋಡಾನ್ ಇಂದ ಕೋಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರಬಹುದು. ಸೊ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್ we are going to give we going to have a different kind of what you call codons and amino acids. Because of that, we are going to get 61 the codons which are going to code the 20 amino acids. So hope you got why 61 are able to code only 20 amino acid. These are the property. This is third property. So in third property, you are going to get what actually the property of what you call the genetic code here. That is, it's a degenerate. Okay, so what do you mean by that? It is going to explain that one amino acid can be coded by many codons. Okay, that is the third what you call property of the genetic code. Okay, next property of genetic code is the genetic code is usually commaless. Okay, genetic codes are usually commaless. So what do you mean by commaless? They are continuous. Okay, they are continuous. There is no any kind of what we call stop or the gap between the two codons. There is continuous. For example, if you are going to consider this 5' to 3' as a mRNA. So uncoldry, this 5' to 3' is a line that what I draw here, that is a mRNA. ಈ mRNA ಮೇಲೆ ಕೋಡ್ಸ್ ಇದಾವೆ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. So like this 3 3 ಇರೋದು ಕೋಡ್ ಇದೆ, ಟ್ರಿಪ್ಲೆಟ್ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ AUG CCU GCCG GAU, okay, CCC. So they are continuous. There is no any gap between them. Okay, so that is what we call commaless. We are not going to use any kind of punctuations. For example, ನೀವು ಬರೆಯುವಾಗ ಕೂಡ ನೀವು ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಬರೀಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಜೀನೋಮ್ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಸೊ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್, ಯಾವುದೇ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಗ್ಯಾಪ್ ಇರಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ಎನಿ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ದಿಸ್ what you called nucleotides. So triplet, one triplet code ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ gap, one triplet code ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು gap, ಈ ಟೈಪ್ ಏನೂ ಇರಲ್ಲ. So that is always continuous. Okay, so that is what we called the continuous codes, or they are commaless. Okay, so they are continuous codes. So that is a fourth property of genetic code. And next property, that is, this property is going to be used in case of synthesis of amino acids. For example, AUG is going to synthesize amino acid 1, and this is going to synthesize amino acid 2, and this is amino acid 3. This one is amino acid 4, amino acid 5. So like this, they are going to have a continuous chain. ಇದರಿಂದ ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತದ that is it is continuous. ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತದಪ್ಪ, there is a chance of getting blocks or the breakage. So ಅದನ್ನ avoid ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ there is a continuous codons you are going to get. Okay, so in case of the genetic code. Next one, the codes are universal. Okay, the next property is codes are universal. Okay, what do you mean by universal? For example, I am going to give one more example. For example, that is GGA is going to code glycine and AUG is going to code methionine. Okay, methionine, and one more, that is for example, what we can say, that is ACU is going to code for threonine. Okay, so if GGA, AUG and ACU are going to code glycine, methionine and threonine respectively in bacteria, okay, in bacteria means the same GGA, AUG and ACU are going to code the same amino acid in case of fungi, in case of humans, in case of insect, they will remain what we call the same. Okay, so there is no any change. So organism ಯಾವುದೇ ಇರಲಿ code ಅಲ್ಲಿ change ಆಗಲ್ಲ. If the protein synthesis taking place in a bacteria, if the AUG is coding their methionine, then the protein synthesis taking place in a fungi, if AUG is present in this particular fungi, then it is definitely going to code the methionine. If this AUG present in the humans, it is going to code the same thing in case of humans. If this what you call insect is synthesizing the protein, then it is having a ACU codon, then definitely it is going to code the threonine. So there is no any kind of change. Okay, so the code may be present in case of the prokaryotic organism or maybe in a eukaryotic organism. Okay, so it may be present in the insect, whatever, fishes, whatever organism. So in all organism the code will remain universal. Okay, there is no change of the code or its property. Okay, so if AUG is going to code for something, and definitely in case of human, in all organism it is going to code the specific what you call amino acid only. Okay, and the last property of what you called this genetic code is that the property of AUG, the code AUG, what is there in case of the genetic code, the mentioned in the genetic code, AUG is having two functions. Okay, it is having two functions. So first thing, AUG is going to act like, okay, the first one, AUG is going to act like the code for methionine, that already what we discussed here. It is going to act like a code for methionine, and the most important thing about AUG is going to act like the start codon. Okay, so whatever the protein is, okay, so ಯಾವುದೇ protein ಇರಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಬಾಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇರೋ ಅಥವಾ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಆಗುವಂತ ಯಾವುದೇ ಆರ್ಗಾನಿಸಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಆಗುವಂತ ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿಯಾದ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಇರಲಿ, so if consider there is a mRNA, okay, it's a mRNA. This mRNA is running from 3' to 5' in bacteria and producing a specific protein. Okay, just consider protein X anta tilkolona. Okay, that is a protein X anta tilkolona. So one more mRNA we have, that is present in bacteria only athwa any organism. Okay, just consider bacteria only. It is producing a protein called protein Z. Okay, so ಒಂದು protein X ನ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದೆ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು protein Z ನ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದೆ. So whatever the protein is, they have to start their first amino acid with code AUG. So aven code martade first that protein is must have the first amino acid is always methionine. So amino acid yavudrattalli methionine irutte. So why? Because there is requirement of AUG in every mRNA. All mRNA begins with AUG. So ಯಾವುದೇ mRNA ಇರಲಿ, it may be in a prokaryote, it may be in a eukaryote, so you are always going to what we call synthesize, they start the synthesis from the AUG. That's why AUG is going to initiate the process of protein synthesis. That's what is called start codon. Adanna now start codon anta ಕರಿತೀವಿ. This is the last property of what? The genetic code. So what is the genetic code property? The first one, the genetic code is a triplet. Second one, the genetic code is going to have what you call, going to code for only one amino acid with a one codon, or one codon is going to code only one amino acid. That is what we call, they are specific. Okay, they are ambiguous, non-ambiguous. Okay, they are specific. And third one, there is no any kind of there is many codons which are going to code for one amino acid. That is what we called, the codon is degenerative. And fourth one, the codons are commaless, they are continuous. And fifth one, the codons are universal. So there is no what we called change in the amino acid, the sequence of the coding what we called the process in case of bacteria or maybe in a eukaryotic or in a prokaryotic, it is remain constant or similar, that is universal. So the code which are present in the protein coding sequence of the bacteria as well as the animals, they all are similar. And the last one, that is we have a AUG, the codon called AUG. This codon is going to code for what? The methionine, and always there is a requirement of the AUG codon at the beginning of whatever may be the protein. That's why it is called start codon. So it is going to code for methionine and it is going to initiate the process of the translation. That's what is called start codon. These are the 6 very important property of what? The genetic code. So hope you able to understand this all concept. Okay, so the remaining thing, that is what? The next concept, the mutation, that what we are going to study in the next video. Hi students, welcome to a new session of biology. So this particular concept is most awaited concept of this particular chapter. Yavadappa adu? Molecular basis of inheritance. Ee particular chapter alli ee particular ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ನಾವು ಇವತ್ತೇನು ಕಲಿತೀವಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಅವೇಟೆಡ್. ಯಾಕಪ್ಪ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಅವೇಟೆಡ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂತಂದರೆ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಂದನೂ, ಸೊ ವೆನ್ ವಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟೆಡ್ ದ ಜರ್ನಿ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ DNA ಅಪ್ ಟು ದಿ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಷನ್ವರೆಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಒಂದು ಡೌಟ್ ಇತ್ತು. ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅದಂದರೆ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಹೌ ದ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ DNA ಈಸ್ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಡೌಟ್ ಇದೆ, ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅದು DNA ಅಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಆಗಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಸೊ ಇದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ದಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಸ್ಟಡಿ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಜೆನೆಟಿಕ್ ಕೋಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಗೆಟ್ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ the chapter, that is what we call this particular concept, that is what we call genetic code. Okay, so ನಾವು ಏನು ಕಲಿತೀವಪ್ಪ ಈ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಜೆನೆಟಿಕ್ ಕೋಡ್ ಅಂತ ಕಲಿಯೋಣ, and how many genetic codes are there, actually how they are going to be construct. Okay, that all thing we are going to study. You know very well, that is about the scientist Crick. Okay, so Crick ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಿಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತು. ಇವರು ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಪ್ಪ, DNA ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಇವ್ರು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು ಯಾವುದು, ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಡಾಗ್ಮಾ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಬಯಾಲಜಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಡಾಗ್ಮಾ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಇವರು ಕೊಟ್ಟರು. ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ರಪ್ಪ ಅದು, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಿ DNA ಈಸ್ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ರೆಪ್ಲಿಕೇಟ್ ಟು ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅ DNA and able to form RNA. Okay, so by the process called transcription, and later this RNA is able to convert or able to code for the protein. Okay, so here what we using the word that is coding, okay, or code, okay, genetic code. So ee code andre enu, this code how it is going to be transferred in the form of the protein, that is the coded information hege protein agi convert agtada adar bagge now study ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ first we have to know about this genetic code. Okay, so when he have given this particular concept, okay, so avare helidru something is there, okay, so between the what you call the protein and the RNA that is transferring the information, that information is able to convert to the DNA form to the protein form. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಂತ ಕರೆದ್ರು ಅವರು ಕೋಡ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೆದ್ರು. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೋ ಇದೆ ಈ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ RNA ಒಳಗಡೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ರೀಡ್ ಮಾಡುವಂತ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಇದಾವೆ. ದಟ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಎನ್ಸೈಮ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಆ ಎನ್ಸೈಮ್ಸ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತವೆ, ಇದನ್ನ ರೀಡ್ mRNA ಮೇಲೆ ಇರೋ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ರೀಡ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ದೇ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ದಿ ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ದಿ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಮೈನೋ ಆಸಿಡ್, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ದಿ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಅಂತ ಅವರು ಒಂದು ಡೌಟ್ ಪಟ್ರು. ಸೊ ಬಟ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಈ ಡೌಟ್ ನ, ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ನಾವೇನಾದ್ರೂ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ನೋ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಿ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ದ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಲೇಷನ್. ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಲೇಷನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಅಂತ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಲಿಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದಟ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಲೇಷನ್? ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಲೇಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಆಫ್ genetic information, okay, from polynucleotides to polypeptides alva. So navilli important words na underline madidre namage ಏನು ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ, that is ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಆಫ್ ಜೆನೆಟಿಕ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್. ಜೆನೆಟಿಕ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ನ ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಪಾಲಿನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೋಟೈಡ್ ಇಂದ ಪಾಲಿಪೆಪ್ಟೈಡ್ ಗೆ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಮಾಡೋದನ್ನ ನಾವೇನಬಹುದು, ನಾವು ಜೆನೆಟಿಕ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಲೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿಬಹುದು. ಬಟ್ ಈ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಲೇಷನ್ ಆಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಬೇಕಪ್ಪ ಇಲ್ಲಿ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಜೆನೆಟಿಕ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಇನ್ ಅ ರೀಡೇಬಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್. ಅದನ್ನ ರೀಡ್ ಮಾಡುವಂತವ್ರು ಬೇಕಿಲ್ಲಿ. ದಟ್ ರೀಡಿಂಗ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಿಕ್ ಈಸ್ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ this particular genetic code. ಈ genetic code ಇಂದ ನಮಗೇನು genetic information form in the that is a polynucleotide ಇಂದ polypeptide ಗೆ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಆಗ್ತದೋ, ಆ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಆಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೀಡಿಯೇಟರ್ ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದು ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ ಡೇಟಾನ ನಾವೇನಾದ್ರೂ ನೋಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಆ ಡೇಟಾ ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು, ಜೆನೆಟಿಕ್ ಕೋಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು. So that's why the translation is totally dependent on the what? Genetic code. Okay, so translation depend irodu genetic code mele agirodrinda, and we have to know first what actually the genetic code, and then only we are able to understand translation. Translation depending on the genetic information transformation, but the genetic information transfer agodu yavudrinda genetic code inda. Okay, so first we have to start with respect to the genetic code, later we will go to the translation. ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಏನು ಕಲಿಯೋಣಪ್ಪ, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ದಿ ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ದಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ರಿಗಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ದಿ ಜೆನೆಟಿಕ್ ಕೋಡ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಜೆನೆಟಿಕ್ ಕೋಡ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ನೋಡಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಬಿಫೋರ್ going to what we called taking the scientist's name who have contributed for developing the genetic code, ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಏನು ನೋಡಬೇಕಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂದು ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿತ್ತು ಆವಾಗ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಸೈಂಟಿಸ್ಟ್ಗೆ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಿ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇನ್ genetic material leads to change in protein ಅಂತ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಒಂದು ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಿತ್ತು ಅವಾಗ, ಏನಾದರೂ ಜೆನೆಟಿಕ್ ಮಟೀರಿಯಲ್ DNA ಅಥವಾ DNA ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೋಟೈಡ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದರೂ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಆದರೆ ಅದು ಅಮೈನೋ ಆಸಿಡ್ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್ ನ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ what is going to happen actually when there is a change in a DNA nucleotide sequence, okay, sequences, there should be a change in the amino acid. ಈ information ಗೊತ್ತಿತ್ತು. So ಈ particular information ನ ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು, so one scientist, that is what we call, his name is George Gamow. ಜಾರ್ಜ್ ಗ್ಯಾಮೋ ಅನ್ನೋರು ಒಂದು ನೋಷನ್ ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದು ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಒಂದು ಕಲ್ಪನೆಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರು. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದಟ್? ಇಫ್ there is a change in the DNA, then it is going to change the amino acid sequence. Then there should be a coded information. ಅವ್ರೇನಂದ್ರು, ಸೊ ಹೀಗಿರ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ರಿಕ್ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗೆ ಒಂದು ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಅದು ಹೇಗಿರಬೇಕು? ಕೋಡೆಡ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಇದ್ದಿರಬಹುದು ಅಂತ ಅವ್ರು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದು ಡೌಟ್ ಪಟ್ರು. ಓಕೆ, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ದ ಐಡಿಯಾ ದಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ಹಿ ಗಾಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಒನ್, he made that, so we have 4 bases or 4 nitrogen bases in the organism. So these 4 nitrogen bases are present in what we called a particular sequence, or what we can say in a particular fashion. Okay, that is what we call, that is the particular combination. Okay, so these 4 nitrogen bases are present in the combination. So renandru, according to Crick, to transfer all this change, what is going to happen in the DNA is going to reflect in the amino acid, means there should be a coded information to happen this, or to going to do this, there should be a coded information. If that coded information is going to be missed or exchanged, or what any kind of mistake is going to be happen in this coded information, then definitely there is a change in case of amino acid anta ಹೇಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಅನುಕೂಲ ಆಯಿತು. ಸೊ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಒನ್, ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ಬೇಸ್ ಇದೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ. ದಿಸ್ ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ಬೇಸ್ should be present in the combination to transfer this information. Okay, so ಇರೋದೇ 4 ಬೇಸಸ್. ಆ 4 ಬೇಸ್ ಇಂದ ನಾವು ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ there should be a particular what, the combination of this what you call nitrogen bases. So ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಅವ್ರು ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, he started preparing the combination. So that combination should be 4:3, ಅಂದರೆ 4 into 4 into 4 ನಾ ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ he got 64 combinations. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಅವ್ರಿಗೇನು ಸಿಕ್ತು? 64 combinations ಸಿಕ್ತು. This 64 combination, so what he did, this 64 combination ಪಡಿಲಿಕ್ಕೆ he made that the code are in a triplet. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಅವರು? The code is in a triplet ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಟ್ರಿಪ್ಲೆಟ್ ಅಂದರೆ it is available in a 3 nucleotide. For example, ACC, ACA ಅಥವಾ GUC. So like this, what you call, there should be a information, that information is present in a triplet ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. This is the first work that was actually done by the George Gamow, and he given this kind of what we call information regarding the what we call genetic code. Our first idu ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಏನಾಗಿದ್ದು ಕಲ್ಪನೆ ಆಗಿತ್ತು, and imagine that is idea. Okay, so which is created based on this particular thing. And next scientist, okay, so belongs to the India. Okay, Indian scientist, that is Professor Hargobind Khorana. Okay, so he is able to give the much what you called more information regarding the genetic code. So ಅವ್ರು ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, he is able to what we called prepare, or he got succeeded in preparing mRNA. Okay, so mRNA, so he is able to prepare or synthesize mRNA synthesis chemically. So how he did this? He synthesized the mRNA, that is chemically in lab without using any kind of cell. ಯಾವುದೇ cell ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ದೇನೆ ಅವ್ರು ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, mRNA synthesize ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. This mRNA is actually homopolymer, okay, made up of known ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಅವ್ರು ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಒಂದು mRNA ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಸೊ ಏನು ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ, ಈ ಜೆನೆಟಿಕ್ ಕೋಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ವಾಟ್ ಹಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಹಿ ಸಿಂಥಸೈಸ್ಡ್ ದಿ mRNA. Why after synthesizing he come to know that mRNA what he synthesized is a homopolymer. So ಅವರು ಪರ್ಪಸ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರನ್ನ that is homopolymer ನ ರೆಡಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಸೊ ಏನು homopolymer ನ ರೆಡಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಪ್ಪ, that is he prepared what we called, that is homopolymer which is made up of only G and U. Okay, so what is it is made up of only G and U. ಆ G and U ಇಂದ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಮುಂದೆ ನೋಡೋಣ. So that is the second attempt to explain what we called the genetic code that is done by the H.G. Corona. So that H.G. Corona is able to synthesize, he is able to synthesize mRNA chemically to establish or to what we called understand the genetic code concept. And third one we have to study here about one more scientist, or remember here one more scientist, that is Nirenberg. Okay, one more scientist, that is Nirenberg, who also worked with the H.G. Corona. So this person, this scientist able to synthesize, so synthesis of protein. Okay, what he did, he synthesized the protein without cell. Okay, or also called cell free. Okay, ಅವರು ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಸೆಲ್ ಫ್ರೀ ಆಗಿ ಸಿಂಥಸೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರು. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಪಾಸಿಬಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಆಡ್ ಸಮ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಟು ದಿ ಜೆನೆಟಿಕ್ ಕೋಡ್, ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಜೆನೆಟಿಕ್ ಕೋಡ್. ಸೊ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲನೇಷನ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಜೆನೆಟಿಕ್ ಕೋಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇವರೆಲ್ಲ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆರಿಮೆಂಟ್ ನ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಸೊ ಫೈನಲಿ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಗಿವ್ ಒನ್ ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಷನ್, ದೇರ್ ಯು ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ವಾಟ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ದ ಜೆನೆಟಿಕ್ ಕೋಡ್ ಇಸ್. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಟೇಕ್ ಸಮ್ ಡೇಟಾ. ಸೊ ನೈರನ್ಬರ್ಗ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, ಸಿಂಥಸಿಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಇಸ್ ಪಾಸಿಬಲ್ out of this cell, then definitely there should be a something to prepare this, that is what the mRNA, that mRNA athwa ಒಂದು code ಇದೆ, that code is going to help in case of synthesis of this particular protein anta avaru helidru. And one more scientist we have to remember here, that is the scientist called Saviro Ocha D. Albornoz. Okay, a scientist called Saviro Ocha D. Albornoz. So he identified an enzyme called Saviro Ocha enzyme or polynucleotide phosphorylase. Okay, so polynucleotide phosphorylase. What enzyme? Polynucleotide phosphorylase. Okay, this polynucleotide phosphorylase is one of the enzyme is now popularly known as Saviro Ocha enzyme. Okay, so idanna Saviro Ocha enzyme antanu kuda karitare. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಜೆನೆಟಿಕ್ ಕೋಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಎನ್ಸೈಮ್ ಏನು ಕೆಲಸ ಅಂತ ನೀವು ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಪ್ಲೇ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ರೋಲ್. ಸೊ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ದಿಸ್ ಎನ್ಸೈಮ್ ಈಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಡೂ ಒನ್ ಥಿಂಗ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ it is going to help in case of understanding the genetic code or the degradation of the mRNA which is having the polarity of 3' to 5'. Okay, so in case of bacteria, so bacteria alli ee enzyme dondu special purpose ide, especially in case of the bacteria prokaryotic, it is having some purpose. So it is going to degrade the enzyme that is the polynucleotide of the mRNA. Okay, so ee enzyme inda namage alli ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಅವ್ರು ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೋಟೈಡ್ ನ ತೆಗಿಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಅಂಡ್ ಲೇಟರ್ that enzyme helped in a different way, so in an experiment. Okay, that also we have to consider. His work also going to give some inputs to that of the existence of genetic code. Okay, these are some scientists who given their what we called view regarding the genetic code. So most important thing now what we have to do now, what actually done by H.G. Corona is one of the what we call the best you can say the best experiment to say that the genetic code is important and going to play essential role, very essential role in case of the transforming the information from polynucleotide to the what we called peptide. Okay, so ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಬರ್ತದಲ್ಲ polynucleotide ಇಂದ peptide ನ ಅದು ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಮಗೆ experiment ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, that is H.G. Corona. So what H.G. Corona did? H.G. Corona Khorana ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ he synthesized synthetic mRNA, that is with a known. So what he did, he synthesized the mRNA which is starting from the 5' which having only GU, 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 known sequence. Okay, so known sequence of GU. Okay, known sequence of mRNA. Okay, so ಅವರು ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, synthesize ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. So when he translated, okay, so ಇದು ಈ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ mRNA ನ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಏನು ಸಿಕ್ತಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ ದಿ ಪ್ರೆಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆರ್ ಅ ಚೈನ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಮೈನೋ ಆಸಿಡ್. ಸೊ ಅವರು ಅಮೈನೋ ಆಸಿಡ್ ಚೈನ್ ನ ಸಿಂಥಸೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ ಆದರು. ಸೊ ಬೈ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ದಿಸ್, okay, by using this particular known what you called the chain of the mRNA, he is able to synthesize the what you call that protein made up of only the valine and cysteine. Okay, ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, valine cysteine. Okay, so ಅವರು ಏನು ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಒಂದು ನೋನ್ ಅಮೈನೋ ಆಸಿಡ್ ನ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ದಿಸ್ ಅಮೈನೋ ಆಸಿಡ್ ಇಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ವ್ಯಾಲಿನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಿನ್ ಇನ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅಮೈನೋ ಆಸಿಡ್ ಚೈನ್. ಇದರಿಂದ ನಮಗೆ ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತದೆ, ದೇರ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಜೆನೆಟಿಕ್ ಕೋಡ್ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಕೋಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ಅ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಅಮೈನೋ ಆಸಿಡ್. ದಟ್ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಅಮೈನೋ ಆಸಿಡ್ ಈಸ್ ಅರೇಂಜ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಅ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಚೈನ್. That chain is going to act like the information transfer from the DNA ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಷನ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ, that is mRNA is going to carry the information from the DNA that is going to be arranged by some factors or nothing but many enzyme sequences, and with the help of different factors this code can be read and that can be converted to the a specific amino acid sequence. This is what we can this is going to help in case of understanding the genetic code. So idu ondu experiment madidru avaru. So he got the result somewhat like this. So by this, okay, the scientist able to establish the table of genetic code. Okay, so ಈ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ತಗೊಂಡು scientist ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಪ್ಪ, that is what you called the George Matthew. So he is able to establish the genetic code. So what actually genetic code and how many genetic codes are there, that what we can see here. Okay, so genetic codes are going to be constructed somewhat like this. ಸೊ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಪ್ಪ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಟ್ರಿಪ್ಲೇಟ್ ಕೋಡ್ನ ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ರು. ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದೆ ನಾನು, ದ ಜೆನೆಟಿಕ್ ಕೋಡ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಟ್ರಿಪ್ಲೇಟ್ ಕೋಡ್. ಸೊ ದ ಟ್ರಿಪ್ಲೇಟ್ ಕೋಡ್ ಈಸ್ ಸಮ್ವಾಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದೇ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ಡ್ ದ ಟ್ರಿಪ್ಲೇಟ್ ಕೋಡ್ ಸಮ್ವಾಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್. ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಹಿ ಟುಕ್ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಲೆಟರ್ ಹಿಯರ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ UAGC. Okay, and he took the second letter this side, that is second letter again UAGC, and he took the third letter in every part, that is UAGC, 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 GC and UAGC. So this one is what? The third letter of genetic code. So ಈ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ನ ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು as well as we can construct, or the George Matthew has given this particular table. Okay, so ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ರಪ್ಪ, just checkerboard also. So here you can create the genetic code. ಹೆಂಗೆ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಪ್ಪ, that is U, second letter U, third letter U. So first letter U, second letter U, third letter A, UUG, UUC. Same thing here, U, second letter A. Okay, that is all first and second letter I am going to write here, and third letter will be UAG. G, C. So like this, every column or every what we call the box is going to get 4 letters. So like this, we are able to generate 4 raised to 3, that is 64 codons. Okay, we are able to produce 64 codons. This all 64 codons are able to code for some amino acids. Okay, and very interesting thing that in case of protein, so we are going to get only repetition of 20 amino acids. We are going to get 20 amino acids in case of protein. So now in protein, what we are going to study in the next concept, that is protein synthesis. So what actually protein we are going to get from the cell? That cell is having, that particular protein is having the repeated sequence of 20 amino acids, but we have 64 codons. Okay, so ನಮಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ 64 genetic codes ಇದೆ. 64 genetic codes ಅಲ್ಲಿ 20 amino acids ನ ಹೇಗೆ ಇದು ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ? ಸೊ ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದಿಸ್ 64 ಇದ್ರೆ 64 amino acids ನ ಕೋಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು ಅದು. ಸೊ ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಕೋಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ 20 amino acids. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ದಟ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಗಿವ್ ಇನ್ ಅ salient features of genetic code. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನ ಕಲಿಯೋಣ ಅಂತ ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಬಟ್ here we have to understand only very simple thing, that is genetic code is a triplet and it can be constructed by using this information. So the George Matthew kuda idne madidru. What he did, he constructed the genetic code by this method. So this protein is having 20 amino acid, and out of that what we call the 64, they are going to be coded by 64 codons, and all 64 codons are not going to code for amino acid. So according to what we called George Matthew and the scientific experiments, 61 are going to code 20 amino acids, okay, and 3 are not able to code, okay, what we called nonsense. Okay, so codons anta helbodu. Okay, so they are called nonsense codons. So ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ ನಮಗೆ 64 codons ಇದೆ. Out of 64 codon, 61 codons are going to code amino acid and 3 codons are not going to code any kind of amino acids. They are called nonsense, and 61s are called sense codons. Okay, they are going to sense the amino acid, that's why they are called sense codon, and 3 are not able to sense the amino acid, they are called nonsense codon. This is regarding what? The genetic code. Okay, so what is genetic code? The genetic code which is triplet, and it is present on the mRNA, and this is going to take the information from the DNA and going to transfer that information from polynucleotide to the polypeptide. So I am repeating, from how it is polynucleotide to polypeptide. So polynucleotide in the polypeptide aglike we have to have the genetic code. So genetic code cell help ಆಗ್ತದೆ ನಮಗೆ to transfer the information from the polypeptide to the polynucleotide. Okay, sorry, polynucleotide to the polypeptide. Got it? This is regarding the genetic code. So in next session we are going to study the salient features of genetic code. Thank you.